Watching the 10 o'clock news.
Now at 10:30, a Fox 5 exclusive. New developments in the case of a Chihuahua viciously attacked by two pit bulls on the Upper West Side. The owner of those pit bulls appeared in court.
All right, Fox 5's Arthur Chin was there as things got heated when he asked the owner about his conduct.
Mr. Columbus, what can you say about that? Emerging from the courtroom, Joseph Columbus, the man walking with two pit bulls, turned his head and had nothing to say, his lawyer putting her arm out to block us. On May 3rd, nothing but screams could be heard in the harrowing attack on the Upper West Side as two pit bulls attacked Penny the Chihuahua. The incident captured on multiple videos obtained by Fox 5. Penny was severely injured, requiring surgery, leaving her owners with more than $12,000 in vet bills. Columbus is seen in one of the videos appearing to drag a Good Samaritan who tried to save Penny by his hair backwards into an intersection. In court Monday, Columbus's lawyer argued Columbus did not know about an order issued in March by the commissioner of the Department of Health to muzzle his dogs and to never walk them together. The order was issued after a dog was killed in Central Park in January. Video of that incident obtained by Fox 5 appears to show Columbus with the same two large dogs. His lawyer scolded us to use the word allegedly when the owner of the dog killed in January happened to walk by at that very moment.
All right, but his other dog killed another dog in January, right?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh, so
Allegedly, that's my dog. There's no allegedly. Was this your dog? Yes, it was.
shouldn't he have muzzled his owner, at least?
He should have, but he never got the order.
Last Wednesday, the judge ordered Joseph Columbus to hand the two pit bulls over to the NYPD. Learning now it has yet to be done, she was furious and demanded it happen by the end of Tuesday, threatening to lock Columbus up if he ignores her order again. In the meantime, Penny continues recovering at home as her family continues fighting to get the two dogs who allegedly attacked her off the streets. In Lower Manhattan, Arthur Chien, Fox 5 News.
Well, a controversial bill that would give people with terminal illnesses the right to end their lives passes the New York State Senate. Supporters of the Medical Aid in Dying Act say the legislation gives people who are in pain and in the final days of their lives some dignity and choice in their deaths. Critics say it devalues human life and are afraid it could be expanded to include other illnesses.
This campaign isn't about death. It's about life. It's about how we spend the last weeks, hours, and moments of our lives.
And there are all kinds of insidious psychological pressures that people can face.
The bill already passed the state assembly and now needs Governor Hochul's signature to become law. Hochul has not said if she will sign it.
Health Secretary RFK Jr. has fired all 17 members of the board that advises the CDC on how to use vaccines. Kennedy claims the committee members had too many conflicts of interest and that a clean sweep was needed to reestablish public confidence in vaccine science. But critics call it a coup, saying this will cause an increase in vaccine-preventable diseases.
New tonight, a school board meeting on Long Island packed with concerned parents.
As some say that they're upset over a study guide that was distributed to students in the high school. Fox 5's Kendall Green explains what's at the heart of the controversy.
Parents in Half Hollow Hills School District packed into a district meeting Monday night, many of them outraged with a review sheet that was distributed in several social study classes. A study guide for the 10th grade Regents exam asked students to explain the similarity or difference between the Israeli and Palestine conflict and the India and Pakistan conflict. Within the prompt, Zionism was defined as a Jewish nationalist movement to establish a homeland in Palestine.
When I saw this, I then asked my child if she knew about this, and she said, yeah, this is my packet, but she hadn't noticed yet.
Michelle Herman and her daughter Noah stayed home from the meeting, expressing serious issues with the guide.
It's not correct how they defined Zionism.
They tell Fox 5 it was the district's role to correct the definition they consider inaccurate and insensitive.
I felt like somebody put a little pin in our safety bubble, and it just felt like a reality check. And what I felt was that I had to speak up and do something to help be a part of the solution.
Though they stopped short of blaming the teacher conducting the lesson.
The only thing I personally think that the teachers did wrong was not reviewing the material first, and if it was reviewed, perhaps it's ignorance.
The district's interim superintendent shared a statement with Fox 5 saying in part, quote, offensive and inaccurate materials such as this do not meet our standards of excellence and are not something we take lightly. We can and will do better moving forward. Meanwhile, for Noah, she tells us she's concerned with the material of the study guide and how it would affect the outcome of her test in just a few weeks.
If there's a question on the Regents about, like, definition of Zionism, I'm afraid to get it incorrect because I don't know if it's that definition or if it's the definition that I learned in Israel.
Kendall Green, Fox 5 News.
Interesting scenario there. All right, well, break out the bubbly. We are on the hunt for the drink of the summer, and there are a few top contenders. Our Liv Johnson shows us the creative cocktails popping up at bars around the city.
Oh, I can't wait for that. And some extras in your morning bowl of cereal that may not make it the healthiest choice for a quick meal on the go. Details coming up.
From the official start of summer, but bars around the city are already getting in the spirit.
That's right. Fox 5's Liv Johnson sampled some early contenders to find the drink of the summer.
You guys know me as someone who talks about the weather on Fox 5. But today I'm doing a little bit of investigative journalism. The weather's getting warmer, and I've been sent on the noble quest to try and find the drink of the summer. Is it an Aperol Spritz, a Hugo Spritz, maybe a Limoncello Spritz? We're going to find out.
I do like Aperol spritzes, but we love Hugo spritzes.
I'm into spritz. We all, like entertain the spritz.
Most New Yorkers will agree. The drink of the summer is usually a spritz.
It's refreshing, and it's sweet.
We have the usual Aperol spritzes and Campari spritzes, but restaurant managers like Sean Hunter, the general manager of Sojourn Social on the Upper East Side, continue to get more and more creative with the spritzes they add to their menu.
Sojourn Social specifically has a lot of spritzes. What kind of inspires that? Why do you guys like a spritz so much?
I think it's super drinkable. Spritzes are very user-friendly when it comes to your average drinker. The bubbly, I think, pairs well with any food ever. And people love it.
But they're not just any spritzes. Sojourn Social is known for coming up with their own unique concoctions. They serve Zodiac spritzes based on the zodiac sign of the month, and most recently, a lorazepam lemonade, a tribute to the hit TV show White Lotus.
It's like lemonade. This is dangerous.
In the running for drink of the summer is a drink that's recently taken the internet by storm. A crisp glass of Sauvignon Blanc with frozen jalapeno slices. Of course, I had to try it for myself, but to keep the spritz vibe rolling, we added some Prosecco to top it off.
You said that you learned it's best to keep the jalapeno frozen as long as possible. Why do you think that is?
To maintain freshness. Two, if they're room temperature, they're going to bring down the temperature of the spritz, of the Prosecco, and of the Sauvignon Blanc.
Have you decided what you're naming it yet?
I think we just renamed it the Spice Cube.
Spice Cube, yes. This is allegedly the drink of the summer. It's like if you like the tahini rim on a drink, this is like having to without all the mess.
Right.
Without all the mess around the rim.
And of course, keeping our health in mind the whole time.
Okay, this is our salad of the day. We're getting our vegetables. We're getting our fruit through the wine. We're getting our grapes. So really, this is just like if you want to come home and make a quick salad.
It's not for everyone.
I can't tolerate the peppers.
No.
It's too hot for me.
But others are open to it.
I think it's interesting. I mean, I never thought of jalapeno, a vegetable being inside of wine. I don't know. I would have to try it.
I've never tried it. I'm down. So you guys would like a little kick?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sean says they're already adding the Spice Cube drink to the menu. And if you're feeling skeptical, you just have to take a sip for yourself.
Cheers.
Liv Johnson, Fox 5 News.
I'm not sold, but I'm open to trying it out.
Yeah, I like a little kick.
Yeah, it'll be nice. All right, how to make sure that you're picking the healthiest cereal options for you and your family.
All right, then later, actor Justin Baldoni loses a major round in his legal battle with Blake Lively. What's next for the former co-star's very public feud? It can be a quick, convenient breakfast, but new research shows it may not be the healthiest.
It all depends on which brands you buy and how closely you read the labels. Fox 5's Jessica Formoso talked with a dietitian to break down the new findings.
A recent study published by JAMA found that breakfast cereal in the United States is becoming less healthy. The study was conducted between the years of 2010 and 2023. Researchers analyzed the nutritional value of cereals, specifically those marketed towards kids ages 5 to 12.
In this study, we didn't hear the specific culprits and they weren't naming each cereal brand by name. But we do know that the products that were the most colorful targeted children that had cartoon characters on the front of the box that were the most appealing to kids. These had the highest sugar content.
They found every spoonful to be less nutritional with increasing amounts of sugar, fat, and sodium, and decreasing amounts of fiber and protein, which is what is needed. Rachel Lustgarten is a registered dietitian.
It's shocking and it's so concerning because breakfast cereal, it's the most commonly consumed food item for kids.
Cereal is the main go-to breakfast option for many American families. According to the Civic Science polling, nearly 3/4 of U.S. households ate cereal in 2023. As the study was being conducted over those 13 years, 1,200 cereals were launched, including new products, formulation, and packaging. Total fat per serving showed a nearly 34% increase from 1.13 grams in 2010 of fat to 1.51 grams in 2023. When it comes to sugar, children's cereals contains high levels of added sugar, with a single serving exceeding 45% of the American Heart Association's daily recommended limit for kids. According to researchers, it all goes to show cereal companies are prioritizing taste over nutritional value. They add this is contributing to childhood obesity and long-term cardiovascular health risks.
The food companies are not helping us here. Obviously there's a role for people to choose the healthiest cereals when they exist, but the food companies are making it difficult. And the way for people to improve their diets is to make the healthy choice.
Lustgarten says there are other easy and healthy options parents can turn to, like eggs, fruit, oatmeal, and yogurt. But if cereal is a must, she recommends those with more whole grains, less sugar, and more fiber. I'm Jessica Formoso, Fox 5 News.
Yeah.
But the cinnamon toast crunch is so good.
It's not good, but it's so good.
Maybe a cheat meal, Nick, after you work out. Maybe.
Maybe. That nice ice cold milk.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
But
this is the wrong results from the story.
Yeah, it's a special treat now for sure, no doubt
That's
about
it.
it.
That's got to be
unfortunately,
what you just said is the appropriate thing.
Yes,
It's
dessert.
something special, not all the time, I
Right.
suppose. Well, our weather hasn't been too special today, has it? Cloudy, misty, a little drizzle. That's what we have going on right now. And we got look at those low clouds out there kind of shrouding over the tall buildings around town. And
A show debuting at the American Museum of Natural History, Encounters in the Milky Way, is a time-traveling journey about the cosmic movements that shape our galaxy. It was developed by a team of astronomers and is narrated by actor Pedro Pascal. The new show will screen in the Hayden Planetarium Space Theater, which now includes a high-resolution, immersive audio system.
Very cool. All right, Call Her Daddy host Alex Cooper.
How many people does it take to sharpen a 20-foot pencil? A community in Minnesota tried to answer that question. A giant number 2 pencil was sculpted out of an old oak tree that was damaged in a storm several years ago. Once a year, hundreds of people arrive dressed as pencils and erasers and sharpen the pencil tip together. The homeowners say the event has pulled the community together. Yes, that is a nice, wholesome event. We like the looks of that. We could
So
use
funny.
more of
Everything
it.
is pencil themed.
Yeah.
So good.
Nice.
All right, let's get one last check of the forecast with Nick.
all right, well, I took my pencil out, did some calculations, and I can figure that the low temperature is not going to change all that much from right now.
Crystal Young and Ryan Christopher is next at 11.
All right, that does it for us tonight. You can always catch an encore of our news on our free streaming app, Fox Local.
Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.